Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Captain Chandler with your police department. I'm joined with CIO Justin Beasley and also Richard Frankich, and we wanted to do a special update today about the winter weather approaching. That'll probably be here around 10 o'clock tonight. Snow a lot throughout the night and into the morning, and then we'll likely have some hazardous travel conditions with 3 to 6 inches of snow expected for our area. And we appreciate Justin Beasley joining us today. He is out at the Clemens Road Public Works area where they have all their preparation equipment for the winter storm. And he's going to give us an update on the city's preparations for this storm. So, Justin, how's the day going and what is the city doing to try to help us with travel in the morning?
Captain, is this a special update or is it a monthly snow update with the winter that we're having? I feel like this is just par for course at this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a strange time in Tennessee weather always, and I think we just realized that. I thought we were good on winter last week when it was nice and warm, and here we go, 6 inches of snow on the way.
Well, thank God with our city administration and our commissioners that we are set for this snow and prepared for it more than any other year in our city's 50-year incorporated history. We've had the brine trucks getting ready today. They have been out working on the roads. The brine tank is filled and ready to be refilled with brine. I know Public Works, I haven't seen too many people out here. For all I know, they could be getting some sleep because they're probably going to be hitting the roads around 8 or 9 tonight when we see that first hit of snow with precipitation. Again, both brine trucks out today will supply about 10,000 gallons of brine on this Friday. So if we're not ready, I don't know how to get to that point. The salt trucks are also ready for when it turns into snow. This has been home away from home for me, especially this winter. We have a fantastic setup. The salt over here, I think, had to be replenished a bit because we used so much in the previous winter storms. It's already March. It's hard to believe, but we had great weather today. It was warm. You can tell it's getting a little cooler as the day goes on as I'm out here. But you're getting all 4 seasons today in the great city of Mount Juliet, and that's the Tennessee weather that we know. But they're prepared and they're ready to go tonight, into tomorrow, and even into Sunday if Public Works needs to. Which, as we know, they're some heroes during these times, and they hate the praise. So we'll do our best to sing their praise here on this Facebook Live.
Yeah, good deal. I was out a little bit today going to lunch, and I noticed all the brine on our city roadways, and they're definitely out and about, and they've done a fantastic job getting our roads prepped, and hopefully it will help us out. It really, from a police standpoint, when we have these winter weather events, we always worry about the crashes and being sure that emergency services can get to the calls for service, because life doesn't stop. People still have medical emergency, crime still happens, and we still need to get places. So it's nice to know that our city is so prepared to keep our streets as clear as possible. Obviously, with the heavy snow amounts that's coming, and with the change from the warmer weather to the super cold weather, it's kind of up in the air about what impact it will have on our roads. But regardless, we're prepared and ready to deal with it.
And hopefully that's the blessing, is that this storm's coming in from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. on Saturday. Hopefully most people are at home, don't have to work this weekend, already get their grocery shopping done, and hopefully it's out of the way come Monday. We have over-prepared for a lot of these things where maybe there's not as much snow as possible that comes. The confidence meter with the fine, talented, smarter people than me for sure that put these weather models together, the confidence has only gone up overnight. So they're pretty confident that we're going to get something. It could be 2-3 inches, could be 3 or 4, but just know City of Mount Juliet is ready. I know the brine machine we purchased over the last fiscal year, we're ready for events like this. A lot of other cities are almost trying to imitate, and we're inviting them to get another brine machine like us. We're more than ready, especially with the infrastructure we have in the city to be ready for such a time as this with this weather incoming.
Awesome. Well, if you see those public works crews, Justin, tell them a big thank you from the police department. We appreciate all their efforts today and all they will be doing throughout the night into the morning on Saturday.
Absolutely. And last thing, Captain, the best way the public can thank them when they see them is to try and remain out of the way.
Yeah.
We've had issues with that in the past, which we get it. We understand. We're all crazy busy with our lives, but stay clear of them, both the left, the right, the back, and the front. Please do not pass them. And then when we get sunshine, you can thank them all you want after that. And you can also funnel that to me and Captain Chandler. We'll make sure those messages get to them. But I will for certainly tell them from police that we appreciate their work, and I'm sure we'll be seeing them a lot this weekend.
Awesome, man. Well, if I don't see you, have a wonderful weekend, and we appreciate the update.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for what you do. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Justin. Take care. Rich, man, how's your day going?
It's been a good day today, Cap. Had a good lunch this afternoon, getting ready for the fun this weekend.
Yeah, here we go. Let's hear about it. What is this weather going to do for us in Mount Juliet?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting weekend. And folks, this not at all trying to get anybody anxious or upset, but as we always say, we're just trying to get everybody informed and make sure everybody's good and ready. But this event is going to be a fast mover. So what to expect? It's a pretty day today, y'all. I mean, who would have thought? Real pretty day today. At one point we had temperatures up, upper 60s, low 70s, and it's going to change quick. They're going to have rain changing over to snow throughout the overnight today and into overnight, and frigid temps are going to hit tomorrow, and they're going to stay with us through Sunday morning, and then it's going to warm up Sunday going into the next week. And as Justin touched on, 9 p.m. Tonight through 3 a.m. tomorrow is the heaviest time you're going to be watching for the precipitation. And believe it or not, we're in that winter storm warning category for anything east of I-65. And as Justin said also, that confidence level went up, and they're saying we could get potentially in our area anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of snow. We could get less. We could get more. We don't know. But the folks over at the National Weather Service are doing a really great job keeping us informed. In fact, they sent us another update right before we went live, just kind of reminding us what's going on, and sent out some of these graphics. So here's a shot of the advisories and warnings. And as you can see right there, Wilson County is in the winter storm warning category. That storm warning goes through tomorrow afternoon. So I believe it expires technically at 9 p.m. tomorrow evening. So folks, just giving you all the information we can get from the Weather Service to keep everybody informed. And moving into the impacts. Of course, the roads, they're going to probably become snow covered and hazardous at some point, but it's going to take some time for that to happen because right now the roads are so warm. We've had some good warm days. And so once the snow starts falling, it's going to probably fall fairly quickly. So the initial impact we need to worry about is visibility while you're out driving. While you're out driving, that's what you're doing. Slow down, take it easy. If those public works crews are out there or emergency crews are out there, make sure you stay out of their way, give them plenty of room to do their job. And then once the snow does start sticking, it's going to stick, of course, to the elevated areas, the trees and power lines. We may experience some minor power outages. And just, take your time, be slow, be patient. And then we move into the timing. And like I mentioned, it's going to be a fast mover. You'll see on the timing graphic here on the left for our area, we're looking between 8 to 10 p.m. is when we're expecting it to start. And they're expecting it to be done through tomorrow morning, but we are expecting to not get into the high warm temperatures tomorrow like we had today. So it's probably going to stick around a while. East of I-65 is where we're expecting the most hazardous travel conditions. Realistically, by tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., the last of the precipitation should be done falling. And then moving into how it can change. And of course, like the very first bullet point there is the really big question is how much are we really going to get? They give you some good descriptions here of what happens if we get the cold air coming in a little sooner, if the cold air comes in a little later, and as amazing as those folks over at the National Weather Service are, they do a really good job. It's kind of, they're doing the best they can with the information they have. But like they note here, because the ground temperatures have been so warm, it's going to take a little while for that stuff to start accumulating. So again, we can't emphasize it enough. Just be patient, be slow, take your time. And here's a storm severity index graphic. This is a good one to kind of show you what they're really expecting for impacts. And you see right there on the Wilson County graphic, it's showing us right here that we are kind of in the mixed area between the minor and moderate impacts. So we're really not 100% sure what's going to happen with us here in our county. We could have just some minor road impacts, but y'all just be careful. We can't emphasize that enough. And of course, like Justin emphasized, I love this picture because it shows a really good shot of our guys doing their job, working together with those public works crews. But folks, don't crowd the plow. Give them room to work. They get out there and they do a real hard job. And if you can stay out of their way, it makes it so much easier for them. And let's chat for just a minute about snow and ice related injuries. 70% of snow and ice related injuries occur in automobiles, believe it or not. So just take it slow. Ice and snow, take it slow. It's the easiest little saying you can remember. Just make sure you leave plenty of space between you and the vehicle in front of you. Don't go fast. The slower, the easier it is for you to maneuver your vehicle.
Yeah, and Rich, we'll be up throughout the night monitoring this with our staff, and we will be communicating out to you as a community about what impacts we are having out there, and like there's going to be a transition. The roads are going to be fine when the snow is falling, and all of a sudden it usually has a flash point for us where we start to see a lot of the crashes on the interstates, on our roadways, and then we realize, okay, the roads have now turned hazardous. We'll keep you informed when that occurs, so you can make a decision whether you want to leave in the morning or not with whatever plans that you have in the morning. But I would just be prepared if you have plans tomorrow morning before noon. They may be interrupted by this winter storm that is coming in. But to stay tuned to our social media, Facebook, Twitter, our YouTube channels where we'll post these live videos, and also the live video here, and also MJ Alert, our text alert system. We're going to keep you informed because we're going to be up monitoring it, and we probably have nothing better to do than to be out in the snow and watching whatever is falling during, I guess, springtime on March the 12th tomorrow with our 6 inches of forecasted snow. And we just want everyone to be as safe as possible. So that's your weather update. Rich, do you have the weekly stat update?
I do. Rolling right into our weekly stats covering the week of March the 3rd to March the 9th. Getting right into the numbers. 819 police calls for service, 78 fire department calls, 17 crime reports, 57 arrest charges, 384 traffic stops, 173 citations, 29 injury crashes, and 7 injury crashes. Those crash numbers creep down just a tiny bit this week.
Good, yeah.
And on crime reports, we had 6 thefts, 3 each of family disturbances and forgeries, and a couple of burglaries, a couple of frauds, and 1 sexual assault charge. And on arrest charges, we had, of course, some of the regular top hitters there: driving on suspended and revoked, simple possession of drugs and warrants, public intox. We had 3 move-over laws this week. It's not often we get more than 1 or 2 of those. Folks, we can't emphasize it enough. If you see any emergency vehicles pulled over on the side of the road, do your best to move over or slow down as best you can. Can't emphasize that one enough. And then some other good proactive work here as well.
Yeah, good deal.
And then moving on to the neighborhood and school zone traffic enforcement efforts. Hickory Hills, Nicholsville, Curd Road, Tuscan Gardens, Bradford Park, Belinda Parkway, and of course all the school zones, 92 stops, 47 citations, and 2 arrests. Good. And on to Guardian Shield for the week. Just counting the top 3 stats that everyone really likes to see: the 116 stolen cars, 54 stolen plates, and 77 wanted persons. Some really good work there.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Guardian Shield, you may have noticed we had a vehicle pursuit this week. I believe it was Tuesday evening, and we had a report of a stolen vehicle out of Texas enter the community. Our officers found that vehicle parked at Dick's Sporting Goods, and they surrounded the vehicle. They placed what's called it's called a rat trap to us, but it's a rapid spike strip that we can place under the vehicle unnoticed to the offender. The offender got into the vehicle before our officers could get to them. We attempted a box. The suspect vehicle broke through that block and box, and then the vehicle fled towards Belinda Parkway through Providence. Our officers then deployed a large spike strip out of Providence which hit 3 tires, and the officers continued chase, and then it got on the interstate. Reached a speed to 116 miles per hour. It was also heavy rain during that, and so we terminated the pursuit, in which we have a policy in place that regulates our vehicle pursuits to limit the danger to the community. And since it was not a violent offense, our officers terminated that pursuit simply because speeds got so great during those hazardous weather conditions. The good news is the suspect still got caught. Eventually, their tires became flat from the spike system, and Metro Nashville police saw it parked at a Shell gas station off Donaldson Pike. They saw the suspects exit, took them into custody for us, and then our officers went out there and arrested them for what they did in our community. It also turned out they were shoplifting at Dick's. 2. Using a stolen vehicle to drive to our community to commit more crime. We spiked it, eventually found it again after the pursuit was terminated. So the system continues to work well for us to let us know when criminals enter our community, and then we can work on a apprehension plan. Sometimes the plan doesn't go always as great as we want it to, but in the end, we got the suspects without any harm to our community members, which is always a great thing, because the last thing we want to do is harm an innocent community member while we try to arrest a suspect for a nonviolent crime. So thanks for that update, Rich. Moving on to my update, just want to give a shout out to little Knox. He's there on the left of your screen with his grandmother. They were out, just a lunch outing, grandma and Knox. But Knox is very interested in policing, and we were able to talk with him at Oscar's Taco Shop. That's myself and Sergeant Christensen. And just wanted to give him a big shout out for his support for us. Anytime we come in contact with little ones, we always make a point to build relationships with them, because we want them to know that their police officers are here to help them, and that they can come to us for help if they need help. But little Knox wants to be one day, so we got a sticker badge, a bracelet, and a nice little picture there. We're able to give him a shout out today. So Knox, if you're watching, I hope you're doing well, and we'll see you in about 16 years when you're old enough to be a police officer. Myself and Officer Drake and Lieutenant Brotman were at MJCA yesterday. We got to read to the students for Read Across America Day. I had a pre-K class in Miss Filippi's class with about 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. And then Lieutenant Brotman and Officer Drake were in Miss Brewer's class with a little bit older group of students, and we got to read books. So the book I read was something about animal sounds, Rich, and so I was able to make sounds of a pig, a cow, a donkey, a horse, and all kinds of things. So it was very interactive, and then I got to read Itsy Bitsy Spider to them. But it was fun. Super great kids, super great teachers. And you can just tell those teachers have such a positive influence on those children. They were well-mannered, super smart, very engaged to everything. And we are thankful for MJCA for that invite and letting us come out and read Across America Day. It was a great time. We're also looking for, I think this is called a stormtrooper. Rich, you're the Star Wars guy, but this is a burglary suspect who attempted to burglarize the Hickory Hills Clubhouse last month and caused a lot of damage, about $1,900 in damage in that process. The door, the lock, different parts of that building, trying to make entry and steal something in there. We're just hoping someone may recognize this person. Obviously, you can't see the face, but you may recognize the gloves, the hoodie sweatshirt they're wearing, the mask, down to the shoes and the pants. And we just want anyone, if you think you may know who this suspect is, please give us a call. Our anonymous temp line is 615-754-8477. And please, if you think it may give us a lead to find who the suspect is, and we can do our detectives can go out and do their work to try to get a arrest and conviction on a possible suspect. But Rich, there was a lot of jokes on Facebook about the stormtrooper, and apparently stormtroopers don't shoot very well. Is that a thing?
That's correct.
So there's a lot of different jokes about that. But hey, I guess he worked with his face. If you haven't signed up for MJ Alert yet, you can text MJ to 67283 to get signed up for these alerts. Super important. We keep you directly informed as a police department by sending text alerts to you about crashes, about crimes in progress that could affect you, about weather conditions that could affect you. We simply want to keep you informed so you could make decisions to keep yourself safe out there in our wonderful city of Mount Juliet. So good, Rich, I think you have something you want to talk about here.
Yeah, I wanted to just share this quick photo real quick. Recently, Priya and the gang from the Marathon gas station up there on Lebanon Road in Old Hickory had brought our crew some Hunt Brothers pizza for lunch. I guess it was a week or so back, and I neglected to do a shout out for them back then. So I just wanted to take a quick second and shout out for Priya and the gang up there at Marathons and tell them thank you for the pizza for lunch that day. It was really good.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, guys. Let's give away a gift card, folks. We have a $10 gift card to Moe's Southwest Grill down in the Providence area. If you want to be eligible for this, you have to live in Wilson County or a county connected to Wilson County. And now see that hashtag on the screen, type that in the comments wherever you are, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, and then it will register you for this online drawing. And then we have plenty of entries we will draw. So you just have to type in hashtag MJPD Live, just how you see it on the screen, no spaces before or after or in between, and it will register you for the gift card. Rich, what's your bet on the amount of snow you will have at your house? Because you have this weather system at your house, right? And you do little scientific measurements.
I do. I've got a couple of different weather devices at the house. For snow, however, the most reliable for me is I've got an old school 12-inch ruler out in the backyard, and that thing is very accurate. But I'm going to guess. I really don't think we're going to get too much myself, but I think I'm going to guess about 3 inches. So
I was thinking 3 inches too, but I'm going to be different. I'm going to go 5 inches.
I don't think I'm going to get my old school blizzard, but
I'm going to go a little high. But and folks, if you measure at your house wherever you are, the rule of thumb is you measure on a flat surface, right? A hard flat surface. You don't want to go and measure in the grass because your ruler will kind of go down into the grass. But a hard flat surface is how you will want to measure on the snow. So, Rich, if I'll buy you lunch if I lose. How about that?
Okay.
All right. Good deal. So you're saying between no more than 3 inches?
I'm saying 3 to 3.5 inches.
Okay, 3 to 3.5. Now I'm saying I'll give a range, 4.5 to 5.5.
Okay.
See what we get. We got Georgina over here talking about a blizzard. So that is one thing, though. They do expect a lot of wind, heavy wet snow. So visibility could be an issue as we go into the evening later and overnight. So, all right, let's go for a draw. We have 36 entries. Let's see who's going to win a gift card.
Good bunch of entries.
All right. Kim Manning. Awesome, Kim. So I'm going to type Rich's email in the comments. Just shoot him an email with your address, and someone will drop it off or mail this gift card to you. So congratulations on that, Kim. Awesome stuff. Folks, we'll take a couple of questions if you have any. Just type those in the comments. We always like these updates to be interactive. And I'm going to scroll through to see if there's anything out there. And it says getting freezing outside already. Let's see what else we got.
Oh, it's only the mid-50s. It ain't that cold yet.
It was 70 this morning, wasn't it?
Yep.
So question here from Georgina, is there a way in the MJ alerts to state which area of Mount Juliet is the active pursuit? So on the active pursuits, Georgina, no, we have a quick way to send it out immediately once a pursuit happens, and pursuits are very dynamic, and there's a lot of opportunities for them to continue west, east, get off a roadway, go north or south on Mount Juliet Road or Golden Bear, the interstate, wherever it may be. So our pursuit alerts are generic simply because we just want to alert that they are in the area. And since they're so dynamic and so quick, we don't want to be too precise on the exact location of our pursuits. But good question. I'm glad you asked it. It just simply that they just move too quick to give the exact updates on location. And then Janice here loves seeing the Brotmans of us at the MJCA like that. And poor Kelly's daughter was out yesterday. She missed us at MJCA. So Kelly, we hate that we missed you there.
I saw somebody commented about how happy I'm going to be with all the snow. Yeah, pretty much.
You like snow, Rich, but I think that's part of your northern Chicago thing.
Indeed.
Tom has a question about the new style license plate not being captured on Guardian Shield. Is this true? So, Tom, the new license plates are affecting all license plate recognition systems across the state, all vendors. Our vendor is working on a solution. So is the state. They're working on a solution. So it's kind of a dual fix for this. And hopefully we will get it back to 100%. It's about working at 80%. We really would like it to be at 100%. In our low light areas where there's no ambient light, it's really hard for our LPR systems to read those plates. But where there's some light, we don't have a problem. All right, all good stuff, Rich. I appreciate it. Any parting words?
No, I think we covered it pretty good today.
All good. Well, folks, be safe this weekend. Stay in touch with us as this weather comes through. Rich and I, our police department, will be monitoring it. We care about you guys. We want you to be safe, and that's why we just dedicate our lives to serving this wonderful community. It's an honor and privilege. For the past 17 years, I've been here, and I don't plan on going anywhere. Right? I plan to serve and retire from here because I truly love what I do. But when you get out there and help people and make their day better, it really is just an awesome feeling to help others. It really is. And Rich, I appreciate all you do and all the work our officers do every single day out here to make our community a better place. They do a lot with less. There's 68 of them that protect and serve this community that are full-time. We have another about 15 part-time reserve officers that protect this city, and another 17 civilian staff members that work hard every day to keep this city safe. And we truly care, each and every one of them. They love this city just like you do. It's their home, and they want to do what they can to keep it a wonderful city for all of us. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. If it snows good, I hope it's good sledding snow. Get out in it. Have fun. Be safe. And I'm sure Rich and I will see you in the morning with an update. Take care, everyone.